everyone, it's Elizabeth from Perfect Moms. Today we're going to be talking to Carina, who just did a presentation on life coaching and how to actually take care of yourself post-baby. Some little tricks on how to be able to put yourself first without compromising other areas of your life. So thanks, Carina, for being here with us today.
Well, thank you for having me. So I guess just a little bit about what life coaching is, because I know for myself, before I started this new career, I didn't know much about it. So basically, life coaching allows you to work on yourself and improve yourself. We talk about what your goals are, what your strengths are, how you can use that to get to really where you want to go. And a lot of people don't necessarily have that in their life. Most people have friends and family that they can go and talk to and confide in, or self-help books, but a life coach is really focused 100% on you, your goals, and where you want to go and how we can get you there. So everything is all focused very much on you, and there's no alternative goal for the coach. Like, it's all, everything is centered around your needs, what you want to get out of life.
Which I guess as you become a new mom, those are really hard things to focus on. You don't think about yourself first, you're thinking about everyone else. And I guess by doing these types of clinics or interactions or consults, you're actually becoming a better person because you're focusing on yourself to be able to lead your family in the right direction.
Well, exactly. My philosophy is that if you can take better care of yourself, then you will have so much more to give to your children, your family, your friends, because usually especially new moms, you're so busy taking care of absolutely everything that you forget that, oh, you need to eat.
Sorry, I have my daughter. Let me just peek and see if she's okay. No, absolutely. You forget about yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing when becoming a new mom. And even becoming a second time around mom or third time around mom, is that you really do put yourself at the bottom of the list.
Yes. So my idea, my philosophy is that I believe that you should be putting yourself higher up on that list, because it's so important to take care of yourself, because when you do, you will be a better version of yourself for everyone else around you. Right. So if you feel happy, if you feel like liberated by, going out and hanging out with your friends for a night, and you feel great, you feel amazing, and that's gonna propagate through everything else that you do in your life with your kids, with your family, and everything. So I think that that's so important, and I think it's something that a lot of parents, a lot of new moms don't put enough emphasis on, and then feel guilty for asking for help. But as parents, like everyone's been there, and if you went to your friend who also has kids and said, I really need to go out on a date with my husband, then they'll look at you and go, I understand.
Right, of course.
I'll watch your kids, like, you go out.
Right.
So it's so possible, but we don't often ask for it because we feel like we shouldn't, or we're not allowed to take that time for ourselves.
Would you have maybe one or two tips on what you can do to start at home to be able to take care of yourself, to be able to prioritize yourself? Like, I know some people have suggested meditation, and for me that just seems like such a foreign concept, because who has time for that? But would you have any recommendations for something that you could do just alone at home, or with your kids running around, or is there anything that can kind of center yourself back into being an individual again? Any tips or anything on that?
Well, I can go through briefly what we discussed today. And that's 5 different strategies on how to, get it together and really feel a little more sanity in your life. And the first strategy being actually define what it is that you want. So if what you need in life right now is more time for yourself, more time to take care of your health, your social life, because, if you haven't talked to your friends in months, then define what it is that you need to make yourself feel happy. And
sorry, my daughter's taking off.
No problem. I'll talk to the camera.
Yeah.
So let's see. After that is evaluating your priorities. So what are your priorities, and are they in fact your own priorities? And what I mean by that is, if, let's say, your mother-in-law or your in-laws take great care in their home and having everything clean, but for you, you've got 2-3 kids running around and you don't have time for that. So when they come over to visit, you feel this necessity to have everything perfect and everything just right for them, but for you it's not a priority.
Right.
So it's made it to the top of your priority list, but really for you it's not that important, and you could be doing other things
Right.
that are more
important to you.
meaningful to you.
Right.
So that's what I mean by priorities. Make sure that they are your own, and also from the perspective of, you don't necessarily need to get everything done in an allotted time frame, like between
Right.
cooking and cleaning and laundry. Yes, all of those things do need to be done. We can't just throw it to the side.
Right, of
but
course.
maybe the pile of laundry can sit for a day, at least a couple of hours, and not be folded, or
Right.
just little things like that will buy you a little bit of time to do things for yourself and take care of yourself just a little, so that you can have more to give to others. So the third step is your support system, and this always reminds me of the saying of "it takes a village to raise a child," which
Absolutely.
I believe is completely true, first of all, and is so necessary. But like I said, everybody feels guilty for asking for help. But if you're asking for help from people that are also in that situation, they're gonna look at you and go, "I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there, and yes, I want to give you this break because someone did it for me and it was amazing."
Yeah.
So, so having that support system, and even if it may not come that easy, you may have to work at it, especially if you don't live in the area, if you don't have in-laws or close friends that can go and do it for you. But it is still possible to
Absolutely.
get that support,
Yeah.
especially through groups like this Facebook group, which is amazing and has a lot of other women in similar situations that you can find and lean on.
Right. Absolutely.
So the fourth step, which I believe is one of the most important steps, is the language and the meaning that you tell yourself. So what that means is that if you are telling yourself, "Oh, I can't do something," or "I shouldn't, I feel bad," it's okay, you can go get it.
Sorry.
So the things that you tell yourself really matter, because your thoughts turn into your words turn into your thoughts turn into your actions, and your actions turn into your results. So those things that you're telling yourself, that you're beating yourself up on, they're really going to negatively impact you in the long run. And for example, if you're telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, what I want you to ask yourself is, would you ever tell that to your kids?
Right.
Or tell that to your best friend?
Right.
Would you? I don't think in a million years I would ever say things like
No.
that to my loved ones and everything. And yet we tell ourselves that all the time when we are talking to ourselves. And you constantly have this internal dialogue going on and if it's negative, and if it's constant, like, "Oh, I did this wrong," or "Oh, I'm not good enough," "Oh, I'm 5 minutes late," and you're always beating yourself up, in the long run, it's not going to help you.
You're self-abusing in a sense. You become
Exactly.
self-abusive. Right.
Exactly. And with that, if that's going to reflect on your kids. So
Absolutely.
your kids will see and hear, even if you tell them every day they're strong, they're smart, they're beautiful, if you can't tell yourself that, and they're going to see it.
Absolutely.
So they're going to grow up thinking, like, doing what mommy does, not what mommy says.
Right.
And in the end, they're going to be sitting there going, "Well, I know she said I was beautiful, but she doesn't think she's beautiful, and I don't understand, because I'm her, like, I'm a
Part of her.
part of her,
Right.
so therefore I must not be."
Right.
Which I think is like
That's so
incredibly
sad
scary
when
and
you
sad.
think about it.
It is.
It's very sad.
It is.
Yeah.
So what I want to, I guess, encourage is at the very least recognizing when you do those things and when you say those things to yourself, because once you start to recognize it, then you can start to change it.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. And so the last step is taking action. So if whatever it is that you want in your life, you need to take action to get there. And I don't mean some big, crazy, major, huge steps, but just little actions and little things that will slowly get you to where you want to go.
Absolutely.
So that's how things are going to change. Because you can always dream and you can always say, oh, one day I'm going to do this, one day I'm going to do that, but you'll really do it once you start taking those actions.
Right.
And even if it's something as simple as, hey honey, can you, like, when this week do you have an hour that you can watch the kids and I can go out and do something that I
Right.
need to do? So no matter how big or small, like, just that first step will get the ball rolling to get you to where you want to be.
So I think that these are some really great tips to be able to start off this whole journey for moms. It really is an empowering 5-step process that you can go through. And I think that by taking care of yourself, in effect, you're actually becoming a better mom, a better person, and a better self.
Yeah.
So if somebody is actually looking for your services to help you become that perfect self that you want to be, or that better self that you want to be for your children, I should say, how would we be able to contact you?
So I have a Facebook group. It's called Carina Groombridge Life Coach, which is you'd be able to find me through the Perfect Moms.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
there.
put the link if anyone is looking for her.
Okay. And as well, I have a website as well. So it's just my name, carinagroombridge.com. And yeah, anyone can
Perfect.
contact me there and I'll get in touch with them.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today and doing our presentation.
Thank
it
you
was
so
lovely
much.
to have you. And if
Thank
you
you
guys
so
have
much.
any questions, please feel free to post them on Perfect Moms. Carina will be happy to answer those questions as they come in. Like I was saying to the group today, if you have that question, chances are somebody else also had that same question. If you're shy about posting your question, you can either message me privately or you can message Carina directly to ask your question as well. So I hope you guys are having a lovely day and we'll see you next time around. Bye.